and welcome back to Date with the Divas. Thank you for clicking on our videos. And you know what I'm gonna say, since we know you're gonna like the video. I mean, you should have done this already, but I'm gonna give it to you. Just click on that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like our videos, hit on that notification bell, the little ding ding ding, so that you never miss out on our latest and greatest videos. Entourage, you already know what to do. Let's grab that beverage of choice and let the shenanigans begin. I believe it's Marnita. She's going to hook us up.
Yes. So first off, I want to give a shout out to one of our newest subscribers. I was at work. My coworker was watching a podcast in the break room. I said, yo, you need to subscribe to Date with the Divas. She did it right then and there. Girl, you a real one. Welcome to the entourage. And welcome any other new subscribers. All right. So we're going to take a little break from Hot Topics because it's been a lot of the same stuff in the news, hashtag free Wendy. But we're going to talk about a couple little hot takes that I found on Instagram and just wanted to get y'all's opinions on things. So first up is Jessie Woo. Jessie Woo is a podcaster. She has been on
Love and Hip Hop.
And then what was the show with Tamar Braxton? Like the commentary show? Something Hollywood. It'll come to us.
It'll come to us.
It'll come flashing across the screen. How about that?
Yes,
so,
right.
Jessie Woo has a podcast called Just a Couple Things. And I saw a clip that I thought was really interesting. So in this clip, basically Jessie Woo and her guest for the day, they were talking about dating. They got on to talking about whether or not it's okay for men to ask you to see you in your natural state while you're dating. So natural state being without any hair weave, without any makeup. And so Jessie Woo put this clip up and she said it's her unpopular opinion. So she knows it's unpopular. She says she feels that if a man wants to see you without makeup, without the hair, he's saying he doesn't have the money to finance your beauty upkeep. He wants to strip you of all that because he ain't got it. He doesn't want you to have the thought process of maintaining yourself. Ladies, do you agree with that sentiment? Do you think that a man is asking you to see you without makeup to kind of size you up and see how much you spend?
No, I think she got it wrong, honestly. Like the comments below, they hit the nail on the head. Like they just see what you look like to see if you really are a natural beauty without the makeup, because let's be honest, you can put on makeup and turn into a whole different person, or you can be a totally
even TikTok has shown when women are
doing
be careful who you flirting with.
Exactly. So I think it has more to do with vanity than it to do with money. And I think she's not putting enough stock in a women's mouth. He's going to try to manipulate you into not wanting to put on makeup. I was like, girl, you think all women are that stupid to think, oh, just because he wants to see me without makeup that, oh, okay, eventually I just stop wearing it because he asked me to or something? Like, that doesn't make any kind of sense to me.
I mean,
but I think
if you get far enough in the relationship, ultimately he's going to see you without your makeup on. I mean,
I'd rather it happen now sooner than later. Like if you don't like what you see, then...
Wait, so you would do it upon request, Marnita?
I don't know if I would do it upon request. I mean, I feel like I don't wear a lot of makeup, so I would be surprised if I got the request. Because I feel like you're just going.
So you should be surprised even if you wore a lot of makeup. That's rude as. But anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, for somebody to say, "Hey, girl, take off your makeup and let me see you," like what? That would be a little. Do
you think it's just like the
Excuse
way
my French. Excuse my French.
Do you think that it's a way that a man asks, or like?
There should be no ask.
What would be the way?
Tell me
the romantic way to ask me to let me see you without makeup on. What's a romantic way?
I can't think of a romantic way.
Well, it's not even about earning. It's about like what we doing.
I don't think
exactly.
To me, I don't think there should be an ask. Like,
yeah, what are we doing here? Okay, so if I was asked, let me tell you how.
Okay.
Sure.
Come on, girl, say it.
Sure, baby doll. I will take out my extensions. I will take off my makeup. Okay. And I want you to come to the meeting with your bank statements for the last 6 months. I want that credit report.
I like that.
I want that credit report. I want to know if that car you keep pulling up in, do you own it? Do you lease it? Does the bank own it? Like, if you want to see me in my reel, let me see you in your reel.
So his reel is finance.
And no, yes, for me it's finance. For you, it's how natural my beauty is. We all want what we want, and we're all entitled to it, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
So let's have real talk, because you could be wasting my time.
Right.
True.
Because she does go on in the video, and she gives she goes on to different things. I mean, there was a portion too. She was like, because they talk about fajas, putting on
Girdle.
Like waist training.
girdle or whatever.
Girdle.
What do you call it?
You
And
mean Spanx?
Spanx. There we go.
Thanks.
I was trying to say
Girdle.
I was like, fajas, what?
Yes,
That's what a faja is called. In
But
Spanish,
she
it's a
does say the
faja.
word faja. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the Spanx, she talks about it because the other woman tries to, turn it around. She was like, okay, is it okay for them to ask you to see you with all of that, take off all of this, da 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 da? And she was like, well, I guess she must have had a date, whatever, or was going out with the guy.
That part.
Yeah,
where the man was wearing a body shaper.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
And then that was different because then she was like, well, then that's not what I was, and
right, because she was like, well, I wanted to know. She said something like, she said, I don't mind dating a husky guy. She being Jessie Woo. She said, I don't mind dating a husky guy, but give me a heads up. And the girl that she was interviewing, or like her guest, was like, well, how is he supposed to give you a heads up that he's wearing shapewear and that he's gonna be husky when y'all get down to business?
yeah.
So that kind of seemed like a double. I was like, oh, okay, so you were kind of put off by the guy wearing shapewear, but you're also saying that it's out of line for somebody to say, can I see you without makeup on? But you wanted a heads up that he was husky. So
Antrice is look at Antrice's face. Her lips are pursed.
Go ahead, because I don't want to.
Lava.
I just feel like I
know that's probably apples and oranges, but
just feel like right about now in this day and age, there are a lot of things that people are doing for vanity. So like you see guys with the Beijing, I think that's what it's called, what they do with their hair and their beard. I've seen dudes who have no hair and they start
wait, what is a Beijing? What is that?
Please.
It's that dark. It's that like when dudes have like a beard or hair, they're missing hair. It's like a dark spray that they can spray inside of their hair, and it makes it fuller. It makes it look fuller.
Okay.
Sometimes
just for men, little hair
their lineup is like real thick. I think it's called Beijing or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it's called. And I've seen like TikToks of dudes who don't have hair, and all of a sudden they got a hair full of locks. And then, you have women with lashes. We're in this age of where people are like putting on a lot of stuff. But at the end of the day, I just think it's straight up just disrespectful just to be like, oh, I need to see you in your real. It's like, stop. If you don't like that in that moment, then it's not for you, and just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Take me for what I am. And if by chance one day we making breakfast and I come up without anything on my face, then you see it. But like, this is what I am. This is what I'm representing right here and right now. If you don't like that, then I need for you to just go someplace else and find yourself something else.
But what if you get in a year down the road and he sees you you finally let your guard down, and then it's like, oh,
that's not your dude, Marnita. A guy who's in love with you, he's not worried about that. Like, come on.
And I'm talking about these girls who wear the TikTok makeup trend going from this to that. That's what I'm thinking. Like,
and I understand.
Like, oh, I put a little bit of foundation on. I put a little bit of.
But if that's it, but the thing is, sometimes you can kind of like.
But for the most part.
For the most part, like you can tell the layering. Like you can tell, like if your neck is not the same shade as your chin, and you looking at body parts and things, the shading ain't right. And
I don't pick up on that stuff like that.
No, they don't. They don't. But I mean, come on. And maybe I'm wrong. Well, for the most part, right? Go ahead,
Joe's talking. No, go ahead, Joe.
I'm saying, regardless, to me, that's disrespectful. I'm just gonna say it straight up. That's just disrespectful. But for the most part, I mean, people are not wearing tons and tons of all of this. You can see a person.
Exactly.
You can.
And if they're wearing that much makeup, you know something else is underneath. Like,
Thank you.
don't play dumb. Like, and as women, come on, we bring so much more. A man is attracted to you for how you look, but he falls in love with your essence,
Love with you, essence,
with how you make him
exactly.
feel in your presence, with how you treat him, with with your heart, with your soul. Like, that's what he falls in love with. So a year down the line, if you know he figures out you look different without your makeup on, I think he'll be fine.
I think we both need to come to the table without now I'm gonna have to be looking out for this. What you call it?
Beijing.
Without the Beijing, no hat.
Exactly.
No,
Marita,
She even asked that. She was like, about what do men go through that same thing when they like, take off their hat for the first time or something? And you're like, oh, dang.
it could be a form of intimacy, you know. Let's both have a
Like,
date.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Well, I told you what I want. I
I'm
want
gonna
the
get you,
bank. I don't
sucker.
give out
Yes,
this. I'm
that's what I'm
just
saying.
bring those bank statements.
Let's face it, when you
I mean, Treese has a point. What is important to you and what's important to another person. Okay, well, you want me to take off my makeup? Well, show me this and then show me that.
We're gonna keep it all the way real and get naked. I want to see
Let's
the
all
Put
credit.
it this way: if you state, you know how, what is it? When you, what is it? For every action, there's a
There's
reaction.
reaction.
You just be prepared what the reaction is.
Reaction's gonna be.
Fair.
That's true. That's what I agree with on the makeup part, right? But the part that I definitely agree with everybody else about is the hair. Like, come on now. Especially if you're dealing with a woman of color or something like that, and you act like you need to see her real hair. It's like, seriously. Now, that's
okay,
just
you gonna pay to get it taken down and get it back up, and yeah.
But then that goes into like dudes making. First of all, I need for you to just stop. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I hate it. Thank you. It's just like, and men have to realize, especially as we can do different things. I can wear a wig today and put my hair in braids tomorrow because I want to be somebody different, and I'm gonna need for you to expect it. You may find Strange today, you may find Tiffany tomorrow, you may find, Tanisha the next day. It just embrace it.
And Lava, everything, I don't know if you agree with me, but everything's not for the male gaze that we do.
Exactly. You do it for you.
Us. It's for our entertainment.
Exactly.
That's true. They do say that a little mystery will help a marriage or help a relationship. You know what I mean? Like,
but should the mystery be, what do you really look like?
No. He's smart enough to know what you really look like.
I think that's the title of this video.
Exactly. But
well, Marnita, should the mystery be how much do you really make?
No, that shouldn't be a mystery.
Okay, but it remains one for quite a while, does it not?
But it is a bit of hypocritical.
Because we're considered rude. We're considered rude if we ask that question, but it's uppermost on the mind.
Yeah,
but we're supposed to give a brother a chance, right, to show us who he is.
According to Mr. What's his name, Tyler Perry.
All that BS.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord. But I'm just saying, I've had people, because I've gone through like brown hair, red hair, dark hair, blonde hair. When I dyed my hair blonde and I got blonder and blonder and blonder, it was like, why, I don't like you with that. I don't recall asking you for an opinion.
Like, I didn't do this for you.
Thank you. I don't recall sending you with a message. I don't recall anything. I do it for me and how so.
And I feel like some of the men are a bit hypocritical because of all the women with the BBLs and fake everything else and surgeries. You got the nerve to ask me to show you my real hair? Okay.
I think it's the first sign of narcissistic abuse for a man to be telling you who you should be, how you should be, what you should look like. It's inappropriate. It's crossing a boundary that shouldn't be crossed. And so I worry that this has become normalized, that there are young women out there who think it's okay for a man to ask to see you without your armor on. You put that on for a reason.
Exactly. And that armor may not mean it. The thing is, let's correct it. That armor may not be to conceal, some sort of an imperfection about
it's
you.
How you want to show up in the world.
that's exactly it. And
That's
I feel
like how
like
you want to show up, dude, in the world.
exactly.
Right. Yeah,
You
it has to
know,
be
so
earned. You have to earn that trust and earn the right to see me, in the crack of dawn looking a certain way or whatever. You know what I mean? It's that vulnerability and protection that they feel with that person. If we ain't at that level yet, if this is like date 1 or 2, then yes, it's crossing the line. If this is date 1 or 2, and you asking me to show you my real hair or showing you what I
I
don't know,
believe
baby.
that statement
Nah.
should never be said.
never,
I don't care if it's day
never.
32.
Ever be said.
Exactly.
Never.
I don't think it should ever. And again, like I said, it's just narcissistic and it's just manipulative at that,
Because I ain't
at
saying,
best.
dude, hey, we've been dating for 5 days. Well, take off your clothes. Let me see. Let me see what you look like in your real state. Come on now,
Right.
for real.
Yeah, it's
Never
just
be said.
it's just disrespectful at the end of the day.
Like when a man falls for you, he takes you as you are and he thinks you're beautiful and a goddess the way he sees you, the way you're coming to him. He's not asking you to change for him.
That's so true. That's true. So true. Because the way you show up to your dates is how you're gonna show up every single day when y'all are together. Like if y'all live together, this is what I'm gonna look like when I get out the bathroom. You know what I mean?
It's like what's the end game? You're
Mhm.
starting a relationship. Are we just dating? Are we dating to have a relationship? Are we dating to have a future? And for each
level,
there you have to, there's a series of steps that you have to take.
Right. What's the end game? Like what are we doing here?
Well, thank you, Divas, because you have introduced me to a different point of view. Because like I said, I didn't think it was anything wrong with it. I didn't really agree with Jessie Woo's take on he can't afford your makeup. I was like, okay, that's a little left. Like, but that is a different take on it. That if someone is trying to play a little mind control game,
Humble you. He's trying
It's very much trying to humble you. And I feel like, Jessie Woo's perception of it might have been another part of the layer of the onion. So I feel like that could be an end thing. That could be one of the pieces towards the stage, of humbling or whatever the case may have you. But I don't feel like that is the root of it. I just feel like it's just almost like, like almost like grooming, like you're like trying to steadily trying to get them into to mold them into something that you want them to be, when to, like I said, take me as I am. This is it, and this is me with my armor. And again, my armor is not to hide any imperfections. This is how I want to present out in the world, and how
I feel confident. This is how I feel best.
This is exactly. And when I'm behind closed doors, if there's an opportunity for you to see that, and I choose for you to see that, then you will get that opportunity. But it's going to be on my time. It's going to be on my time.
Even when they say, oh well, there's some women that don't go out, like they won't even go to the supermarket without their makeup. Well, that's fine.
That's their business,
Exactly. It's like, okay, well, that's on them. Like, so what? And oh well, I'm free and I'm gonna go to the store without. Who cares?
It's no different than a man leasing a car that he can't afford.
Right.
Exactly.
He wants to present himself to the world in a particular way.
Exactly.
How is it any different? We all show up the way it makes us most comfortable and confident, and we don't need our partner trying to pick at that and break it down.
Exactly.
I love what Lavelle said, that it's in stages, where you get more and more vulnerable as that trust gets developed. And so when a man creates a space of emotional safety, he will see who the woman really is.
Exactly. But then sometimes it becomes, again, a catch-22 that, oh, when I let my guard down, then you'd be like, ooh, baby, why don't you just go? Why's your hair curly? Can we go back to straightening it? Men don't know what they want. They don't know what they want.
Remember that movie with Sanaa, Something New?
Oh,
yes.
Right. Something new. Yeah.
Do you? I want to put on some lipstick today.
Hold strong to your values. Hold strong to what you feel is right. Okay.
Most definitely.
Because there are plenty of men who don't mind women who wear makeup and wear weaves and wear Spanx. There's plenty of
and wear eyelashes and all that.
All of that. There are plenty of men who want you walking around looking like money because it makes them look like money. Because people assume you look like that because he provided that for you.
Like Vidal Sassoon, if you don't
You
look
look
good,
good.
we
We
don't
don't
look
look
good.
good. You are dating yourself because, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I watch television. I watch YouTube. They got it on YouTube.
Retro YouTube.
Right.
But this
Come on, you guys know a woman who looks like money makes her man look like money.
Yeah.
Very
No,
true.
most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. It's sad we gotta, sometimes
let 'em
like
trick
just
you.
we have
at
to
least you,
explain this. We have to. Why do we have to do that? That's
yeah.
crazy too. Like, why do we as women have to defend ourselves
Because
about
we're taught
makeup?
to compromise, but they don't relax their standards under any circumstances. They could be broke, unemployed, ugly as hell, fat as hell. They still think they deserve what they want.
Because you know why? Their potential is their collateral.
The patriarchy is still the way it kind of was. It just
And
kind of
women are just so
molded to new
desperate to
modern
have a
times.
piece of a man, they'll take anything.
Most definitely. It's not that serious.
We got choices, ladies. We got choices.
Okay, Entourage, drop down in the comments and tell us what you think. Is it rude to ask someone to see them without their makeup? How do you work that in for our entourage that wears makeup? Do you like just pop up and show out one day like, yo, here I am without the makeup? Or is it no, you ain't gonna see that until we really in it.
Or until you come up with some bank statements.
There you go. Now, I think that a lot of things Tree said it flows us right into our next topic. All right, so this is something else that I came across on the internet. I actually came across this post on comedian Kev on Stage, just IG. And he reposted this picture of this gentleman named Rodney Dunn. And it was a picture of this gentleman, 50 years old, and he had a list of things that he wanted in a woman. And let me bring up the list so
How
I
does
can
he
read
have the
it.
nerve?
You know what's so funny is like he looks so familiar.
Conversation didn't even start.
Lava, like, wait a minute, I know him.
I'm really thinking like
Chucky, right?
Okay, wait.
God.
I do want to say, we know that people put fake things out on the internet.
Yeah.
So, sir, if you are not really named Rodney Dunn and somebody just stole your picture and put it up there, we apologize. We just go about this on the internet. But
no, because
I know you found his page, and I was looking at it.
A lot of the comments did go to his actual page and verify that he's real.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to put that out there before somebody come with us and be like, that is Mike Jones from Tennessee, and he ain't got nothing to do with Rodney Dunn. But okay, anyway, so let me go ahead and read to you. Rodney Dunn has put out on Instagram what he wants in a woman. He's very forward. He says, I'm 50, looking for a submissive woman who aims to please me and take care of all my needs. Must be educated and thick. Must know how to cook, because you will be cooking me 3 meals a day. No ugly duck woman. No BBW woman. Can't wear any weave, lashes, or makeup. Weekly allowance of $100. Rodney has spoken.
with $614 in his checking account and $20,000 in his savings. That's it. Fixed.
That part. I don't think those are his real numbers, Lava. I don't think those are his real numbers.
I was like, wait, where'd you get
That's from his Instagram or Facebook or something, but I don't think those are his real numbers, because I think after that it says dream big or something. Like that's a dream.
Yeah,
number.
I'm just in my mind. I'm just like, anyway. Okay, I'm sorry.
All I gotta say is what I said in the previous one. With every action comes
a reaction. But Untreat, you brought up that we should know what we want. And so he's putting it out there.
Yeah.
But is it okay for us to have this list? And should we put it out there like that? Or is that a little off-putting? Should we just have that list in the back of our heads? Or do you think more women?
Honestly, I feel like there's somebody for everybody, right?
Mhm.
Like
Most
she
definitely.
wants a little plain Jane that doesn't like to wear expensive clothes and,
Not on $100 a month.
is
or a week.
so happy to have a man. She's cooking 3 meals a day. To each their own. There are men who want a woman that looks like money, that turns heads when she walks in the room. That's a bomb ass bitch. And there are women for those
And they
men.
ain't got nothing up top, but okay.
There are women for all the men.
Right.
So he should
Most
have
definitely.
what he wants.
Do you think more women should take this approach and be like, I want this, that, and
They
the other?
do.
We already
Talk
do.
about-
You know what though? Sometimes I think
I know what you're gonna say, Joe.
it's and maybe y'all can knock me down in the comments. It's all good. Sometimes I kind of feel it's a double standard with that.
Thank you. I was just about to say that.
Like sometimes
It's
for
like
a
you
woman
women
to
too
do
picky.
it, it's like
It's a
well,
gold
what you
digger.
doing?
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why
For
you ain't got a
men, it's
man.
okay.
Mhm.
And you could be 69 and dating a 22-year-old.
Asking for the sun and the moon.
Thank you.
And for the
Or
woman, it's like, go sit down, girl. Go sit down.
Mhm.
And go find. There's somebody right there that says, go cook a meal. And we
But
can
this
deal
is
with
this
that.
is what's interesting though about this whole point, this conversation we're having. Men do not relax their standards, but women are
Right.
always asking each other to relax our standards.
standards
That's what kills me.
Yeah.
to be to accept subpardness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well you know what? You can't do that because of
Mhm.
so he looking like that. He can ask for all of that, but then you gonna tell me, oh girl, maybe if you lost a little weight,
Mhm.
you're
Or
gonna make
if I do ask for it, then I'm a gold digger. It's like I
digger.
can't
Exactly, there
Yeah.
is.
can't
Yeah,
win for
good
losing.
point. Yeah, good point.
You cannot.
Yeah, and it gets a little annoying,
And
and
choose
Very
because
annoying.
I think if he was a better looking man who said those same things, he probably would have had a different
different
response from people.
reaction.
At more than $100 a week, what the hell? Like,
Right.
Right,
Thank
what
you.
gonna do with 100?
I'm gonna be cooking you 3 meals a day.
that means you can't even work.
Right.
doesn't the person
Right.
get more on their EDP? What is it called? EDTP card or whatever? The
Oh yeah, yeah.
EBT.
Joe, don't play like you don't know what it is.
EBT.
Yeah,
Yes,
eat better today.
EBT.
There we go.
What am I supposed to do with $100?
Thank you.
You can't even go to Costco. No.
Thank you.
Sure.
You cannot even go. First of all, not even Costco. You can't even go to the supermarket because you can't go to the supermarket and spend less than $100
Right.
That
just
was
for
the price
basic
of these eggs. No.
eggs being
Right, not
$16.
anymore. Maybe back in 1915 when he was around, but not
But
anymore.
I mean, looking at his page though, to me, in my opinion, I just think he was just doing it for clickbait because
Yeah,
think
I was
so
like, his
too.
page looks like a lot of clickbait, but I just
Yeah,
thought
so
it was a good conversation because what was that 2 or 3 weeks ago when we were talking about Journey Smollett and
Mhm.
Andres was like, stop dating down. So I was like, okay, I'm thinking about this, like, if this is real, people have the audacity, mostly men, I feel like, have the audacity to be like, I want this, that, and the other. And if you ain't that, then we ain't it. Where women tend to be like, but he could be, but let me give him a
Let me
chance.
build a bear.
Thank you. Right, build a bear.
Not build a
Exactly.
bear.
Build the bear.
Bear.
Dude.
They
They made
that's very
Legos
good
for
on
women,
Trace.
to be honest, because we don't want trying to put everything together,
Mhm.
Thank you.
making it happen.
Wow.
What, Lavelle?
That Lavelle?
Come on, Lavelle. Am I now? What? I'm saying wrong things. What?
No. I just realized that I have been out of the game for so long. I
Oh,
remember the terminology and
You see, you ain't missing nothing.
I
You
know.
missing
But come
Rodney.
on. I mean, even Lavelle, even since the year of the flood,
Right.
the age of
not the
gold,
year of the flood.
Joe got me saying that now. I'll be like, man,
The year the flood is
Year of the
Moses.
flood.
I'm
Is
saying,
that
I'm
what
gonna
the year of the
I'm
flood
gonna take
was?
that, Joe. I like that.
The year the
I
flood
like
is
that. I'm gonna say that.
Oh, I
Moses.
thought maybe there was some 1929 flood. She was
No, the year the
No.
flood is
The
Moses.
original flood on trees, the
Flood.
original flood. Okay.
The original
the
flood.
OG flood.
The
Right.
OG. The OG.
What is it? The BC flood? No.
Right.
Oh, true. Yeah. Woo, woo. You girls are cracking me up.
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
so let's be real. since forever and ever and ever and ever. Yeah, and I'm saying forever, ever, because
Ever.
Lava, me and
Ever.
Lava be here.
come on, y'all. But no, for real, it's like women have always been the one to do the molding, to do the
Mhm.
well, maybes and the
To be amenable
Right.
to
That's
everything.
compromising.
Yes.
Be very
And then you
compromising.
build him up,
Mhm.
and he gonna leave her to kind
You
of
know,
or
I-
maybe just or somebody younger,
Somebody
whatever.
else.
Younger
Yes.
version or some
Yes.
version he told you he
Something.
didn't want. That's gonna be his next girl.
Mm-hmm.
All
Exactly.
the stuff he said he didn't want, that's his dream
After
girl.
you have invested all the time into
Mhm.
getting him into a
Right.
certain position of
Do you
being
guys
wanted by somebody else.
do you guys think the only time it is a little semblance of fairness would be on those dating apps where you're putting your profile and things, or do you think still, and we don't know scientifically, but I'm just saying, do you think still men are more of the what I want versus the men? I'm talking about on those.
Are you saying like women are a little bit more upfront when they're doing their profile? Is
Yeah,
that what you're
do
asking?
you think that's the only time that women are more upfront, or do
Yeah,
you
on
think
dating
men are
apps, you
still?
can say exactly what you want. Yeah.
But you know
Because
what?
they ask you.
They ask you and you put that, but then you see a person and you end up,
You're willing
okay,
to
well,
flex,
all right.
or you put what you think people will
Think
go
will attract.
for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But I know some women who have like lists, they have a long list of what their criteria is. You know what I
Right.
mean? So we do have a list. We just don't blast it out for every, body to
That's
be
right. 'Cause you need
judging
to
and
be
that,
equally yoked.
Right.
You need to be equally yoked.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
that's what
Yeah.
you aspire to, but I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
like we said, you getting everybody's representatives from
True.
Right.
first time.
Because the representative will come for the interview, and then all of a sudden, once they got the job, the representative is out the door.
That's
I actually
very
saw
true.
something on Instagram that said someone was saying, sorry, I don't know the person's name, but they were saying, give it about, was it 30 to 90 days, and then something generally happens in a relationship before the other side starts to show.
Mhm.
I've heard that
If
as
you see that
well.
other side, you need to definitely run.
Yeah. I've
Or
heard that as
reevaluate.
well. Yeah. Entourage, drop down in the comments. Let us know what you think of Rodney's list. Do you know Rodney? Is his man's name really Rodney? Also, if you have a list and you want to share, drop down in the comments. I mean, we might make a love connection here on Date with the Divas comment section. Drop down with your list if you so bold, and let us know what you're looking for. All right. Well, Divas, do you have anything else to add to tonight's conversation?
Auntrese look like she
Careful what you
burning.
wish for.
Remember,
Thank you.
I saw
remember
a
to
quote the other day somewhere on you. Oh,
What?
I know it was. Shout out to Erica De Niro. Ladies, keep your standards as high as giraffe pussy.
Oh,
okay.
oh,
All right.
oh.
And the divas have spoken.
Period.
Yes. Well, Entourage, you see where we at, and it's been a quick one. It's been a fun one. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for dropping down in the comments and getting in on the conversation. And we will see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.